What is going on, guys? Welcome to episode number 5 of our Detroit Lions franchise series. In today's action, we've got the Carolina Panthers coming to Ford Field, coming to Detroit. And I gotta say that I was actually really impressed with Detroit today in real life, winning that game 20-19. Some questionable play calling at the end by Ron Rivera, but regardless, Kenny Golladay balled out today. He was looking like Calvin Johnson Jr. I mean, Marvin Jones was... he was hurt. Kerryon Johnson was hurt. Both of those players were looking pretty good, Golladay and Kerryon Johnson. And really, it was the Kenny Golladay show. Honestly, Stafford was getting rid of the football a lot earlier, a lot quicker today, so the offensive line had a good chance to, like, you know, really help move the offense, right? So the Lions played good. They played good. I thought they played well against the Carolina Panthers team that obviously 6-3 in real life. They're no slouch. They're no slouch, guys. I mean, yes, it is a home W for Detroit, but it was a much-needed win for Detroit, guys. So we also are in that kind of that same boat. Carolina is playing well in this series, and we aren't, right? Losses against the Vikings on the road, losses to Chicago on the road. It hasn't been looking good for us, guys. But coming back home for 2 games, this game against Carolina, next game on short rest for Thanksgiving against the Bears on Thursday. I mean, we need this one. We need this one to kind of help move that momentum in the right direction for Matt Patricia in year number 2, because it's obvious this team's not going to do anything in year number 1. But guys, so we see that despite the great offensive weapons that Carolina seems to possess here, Christian Jones comes up with a nice interception to give Detroit the football and stall Carolina's offensive momentum that they had going on right there. You guys can see they were kind of moving the ball on us a little bit, got up near the 50-yard line. But look at Kerryon Johnson going here. Nice little spin move and the hurdle, but could not avoid Luke Kuechly just lambasting him right there, just giving him the shell shock treatment. And again, that's twice now. And I'm going to call some BS here on Luke Kuechly, right? I mean, he's hitting his helmet like he's wanting to cause a concussion. I'm like, dude, what the hell's that? But look at Theo Riddick. He says, okay, hit me, baby, one more time. 3 times to count if you guys are counting at home here. First touchdown, well, on the game, of course. That's a stupid little thing. I hate that. First touchdown on the game. No shit, it's the first touchdown. It's 7-0. How about some stats, some regular season stats? This is the first touchdown he's had on the year? I don't know. I don't know. Tell us, Madden. Tell us, EA. But we're up 7-0 here after a nice little move. Nice moves there by Kerryon Johnson. Nice moves by Riddick. We're doing good. We're doing good right now here to start the first quarter here. 44 seconds left to go, and McCaffrey going to pick up the first down on a 3rd and 2. So defense is kind of bending but not breaking here, guys. They had to march down all the way from about the 24-yard line to start on this drive. Now we're already in the second quarter here with 10 minutes left to go. Good play for a tackle for a loss by Glover Quinn to get in there. So 3rd and 7, we're trying to look to get a stop here. Don't tie this football game up. And look at this. Cam Newton shrugs off a tackler. He's rolling to the right. And look at this. Unreal, guys. It's kind of a sticky situation when the quarterback's that close to you and you know you're guarding a receiver. You don't want to just give up on the receiver because he's just going to throw it right to him, right? It's basically monkey in the middle at that point, right? So Cam Newton gets in for a touchdown, and Carolina is now up, or no, we're tied 7-7 here. Kenny Golladay gets a reception for a nice gain. So Detroit starting to move the football yet again, and here is LeGarrette Blount. Checks in for the first time in the game, and he's going to fumble after a big hit. Julius Peppers with the recovery. Not good. Not good. So these are the breaks. These are the breaks that I'm talking about that the Lions just don't seem to get, guys. We can see Cam Newton trying to roll out on 3rd and 8, trying to extend the play out, but he's going to get wrapped up into the arms by Ezekiel Ansah for the sack. Next possession for Carolina. Look at this. Cam Newton now shrugs off Ansah, but he's still going to get sacked by a double team that's going to move him now to 2nd and 16, and Cam Newton, inaccurate throw here. We got 58 seconds left in the second quarter. Patricia's got to love that. Got to love the pressure on Cam Newton. We got to get a little bit more of that to try to keep the defense in a good spot against this offense. I mean, again, guys, I'm worried about their offensive weapons. Not going to lie to you. We do get a stop, though. We do get a stop, though. So on 2nd and 10 with about 17 seconds left to go here, Detroit trying to shoot for field goal position to get Matt Prater into the game so we can get a lead heading into the second half. We got 13 seconds here. Detroit firing up the middle. That's Riddick with the reception. We will call a timeout here. That's our final timeout. 7 seconds to go. There is no need to run another play with no timeouts. You take your points, you take them into halftime, and you take the lead. So we got a 10-7 lead here at the half, guys, and the fans are loving it, going crazy, right? The Detroit faithful, even though we got nothing really to play for, except just, you know, it's just window dressing at this point. But if you guys saw that graphic, our average yards per play, it's really healthy. And that's going to help even more so after Kenny Golladay comes up with a big reception, splitting the defenders into getting up the middle for a big-time gain. Stafford with that nice throw. I like what I saw right there. So here is Theo Riddick getting into the shotgun formation with that handoff in the third quarter. And we get a flag called. It's actually going to be a face mask on Theo Riddick, right? So Eric Reed with the face mask. I like it. I like it. Here's a little play action. Stafford trying to throw to the outside to Luke Wilson on that A route. And Julius Peppers going to come up with the sack. Going to try to do another little play action pass here. We think they're coming with a blitz, and they don't. But the blocking, the Taylor Decker blocking. Mario Addison with the sack there. So that's 2 sacks in a row, guys. 3rd and 20, and trying to shoot for Marvin Jones on the left side of the goal line. Not going to happen here. And guys, I'm so used to playing all Madden. I'm so used to playing all Madden. When that bar goes so much faster, and Prater's going to miss his field goal, right? There's points just being left on the board here, and that was just a bad kick by me. Not going to lie. Just a bad kick. So, still 10-7. 4:59 left to go here. You guys kind of see the time of possession. It's definitely been Carolina football a lot in this game. Nice play out there. Cornerback by Nevin Lawson to get the deflection. 3rd and 5, and Cam Newton firing deep to DJ Moore. And look at this. He's going to get the catch. That's Quandre Diggs with the hit. And DJ Moore actually balled out today. I actually picked him up in fantasy, and I left him on the bench. I didn't play him. I still won, but still, you want to get credit for those kind of savvy little moves, right? But here's a nice little stop here on defense, though, by Quandre Diggs to get C.J. Anderson dropped. So on 3rd and goal at the 1-yard line. This is a big down for Detroit here, guys. And look at this. Cam Newton, he had DJ Moore in the back of the end zone, but just the inaccuracy led him a little bit too far. So they're going to have to kick a field goal up. It's going to be 10-10. Carry on trying to get something going here. Who was actually injured. And reports are that it's just kind of a knee sprain, so it's nothing big. It's nothing to be afraid of, guys. So I'm thankful for that because I really want to see more of what Kerryon Johnson can do for the Lions in the backfield this season. So we do pick up a first down here after an incomplete pass. We do get a complete pass here on 3rd and 9 to Marvin Jones. And LeGarrette Blount going to get some action here after that fumble. We finally decided to get him back into the game here. He's going to lower the shoulder and get some of that power, get some of that meat on meat, guys. And he drags Mario Addison over to the first down line. So gotta love that. Gotta love the power that he has been showing here so far in this drive, really. So on 2nd and 5 here with 7 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Stafford's scrambling, trying to pick up the first down. He will get dropped short of it. Here's 3rd and 3, and look at Kerryon Johnson go. Red Sea parted. Touchdown. Detroit Lions. Gotta love that. It's going to be 17-10 here, mid part of the 4th quarter. 6 minutes left to go, and Diggs gets beat, a.k.a. me. I got beat. I started coming in trying to guard like a slant route, but he just kept going deep, and Diggs got beat. So here is another play on offense by Carolina where they find an open man, guys. That's Greg Olsen for a big-time first down. 4:56 left to go. Christian McCaffrey, look at this. He's staying on his feet, but he gets tripped up, and Quinn can't even put his 2 hands on him to make him down, so he could have gone up again. Luckily, he did not. On 2nd and goal here, and look at this, the inaccuracies yet again for Cam Newton. He's got to be extremely frustrated right now, guys. Very, very frustrated. 3rd and goal at the 6-yard line. So Cam Newton facing some pressure, and look who's got him wrapped up. That's Ziggy Ansah. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. It's going to set up Carolina, get that field goal. It's going to be 17-13 with 3:38 left to go. So the only thing we got to do, guys, is we got to get into some field goal position at the very least. Look at Marvin Jones. He's finding an open lane into the secondary, and he's going to get a big chunk of yardage there, guys. Huge first down for Detroit. We are now in field goal position. We're well into field goal position for Matt Prater, but that sack is going to push us back a little bit further. This is not what we need to do, Matt. Come on, Matt. We got to get rid of the football a little bit quicker. Here's 2nd and 17. Pass complete to Theo Riddick, and Kuechly forces the fumble. He strips it away, but luckily Riddick drops back onto the football that was stripped. And now look, Stafford to Marvin Jones again, and the 1-yard line monster gets us again, guys. Gets me again personally. I think it just hates me. I think it hates me because it happens to me all the time in the Bengals and in NCAA football 14. It sucks. But Luke Wilson's going to get in on a drag route for a score. It's going to be 24-13, guys, with 1:30 left to go. And it looks like a reception here to Devin Funchess. So Carolina is in a pretty tough spot here. They really, really are. Here's a sack by Ziggy Ansah, and Kerry Hyder going to fall on it, guys. And it's a fumble recovery for Detroit with 1:11 left to go. Detroit is going to kneel. And, guys, we're going to take care of this game. We're going to go back above 500 for the first time in 2 weeks, which is a very, very good thing for this football team. Good win against Carolina. Like I said in the pregame, it's a very, very tough team to play against in this game, in Madden, in this series, and in real life. They're very, very legitimate squad. So it's good to see that we came out and we balled out today, right? We balled out. So Detroit, good win in real life, good win here. Gotta like what we saw here. So let's take a look at some statistics for the end of the game. So we had a pretty good offensive showing. Carolina, not so much. 285 total yards. That should be your passing yard amount. If you want me to be honest with you, that should be a relatively healthy passing yard amount. But they didn't even get that, guys. They got 252 from Cam Newton. So rushing wise, we had 6 attempts for Riddick, 4 attempts for Kerryon. I'm not sure why that was. I think I was just coming out in a lot of shotgun sets, right? And Kerryon just wasn't really involved in that. Kenny Golladay, 3 receptions for 68 yards. Malcolm Mitchell had a couple receptions for some yards there. Marvin Jones was pretty clutch for us here late in the game. Luke Wilson with 2 receptions and that touchdown. And we got 2 sacks given up by Taylor Decker, 1 sack given up by Rick Wagner. Let's go to the defensive side of the football here, and we'll just take a look at Detroit. We won't take a look too much at the Panthers. We got Glover Quinn here with 6 total tackles and 1 tackle for a loss. We got 1 sack. That should be more than that. I think Ziggy had 3. Ziggy had 3 sacks, and we got an interception. So pretty good defense here by Detroit. Let's check out some scouting before we end today's episode here real quick, guys. I'm looking at offensive line. And I'm looking at offensive line namely because TJ Lane is like an 8 to 9 year pro, right? And Rick Wagner, I think he's like a 4 to 5 year pro. So I'm not really liking what Rick Wagner has done for us so far. So I'm scouting some guys like Alex Bars out of Notre Dame. Team is obviously very, very good. They're undefeated. Well, yeah, they're undefeated right now in real life, and I mean we want a piece of that. You know, Quentin Nelson was a big time get for Indianapolis Colts this season in the draft. So I want a piece of that Brian Kelly offensive line, guys. Looking at guys like Michael Dieter, Ross Pierschbacher, Kendall Baker as well down there. I mean, there's some good offensive linemen coming out in this year's draft. I think it's important to kind of build around Frank Ragnow. It's been a very solid piece, a very solid young piece for Detroit's offensive line. I think it's important to get a little bit younger there. So you guys can see up on the screen, I tried to acquire Bruce Ellington, but he's been hurt, so that's just not going to happen. So I'll see you guys in the next one on Sunday night. Leave a like if you like this thing, and as always, peace.